Hello everyone. As you know, last time we talked about the four out of the fourth out of the eight pillars of prosperity system, and now we're going to discuss about the fifth pillar, sympathy. Now, the sympathy that I'm talking about isn't something that should be confounded and confused with superficial sentiments. It is a sort of a test of immediate acts and not some superficial sentiments that a person feels just randomly. Sympathy is a sort of a silent and a silent and a silent, deep and constantly gentle character. Sympathy basically uh, lifts a man from his self-centered and selfish life. It helps a man become more gentle. He uh, spends more time with people. He's more gentle, he's more kind, he's a better person now. He would be a better person with sympathy rather than without. Now there's a famous quote regarding this sympathy. A man with sympathy does not ask a wounded man how he feels. Instead, he becomes the wounded man and acts accordingly. Of course, this doesn't mean that a man with sympathy physically or mentally genuinely wounds himself and then acts. He imagines himself in the from the perspective of the wounded person, and he would think, if I was this wounded person, what would I need? How would another person be able to help me? What would make me feel better? And that's how he takes an action. So, if I'm not talking about superficial feelings, what kind of sympathy am I talking about? So, let's talk about some qualities uh, regarding a sympathetic person. Kindness. Now, kindness isn't meant to be a sort of passing impulse. Instead, kindness should be a permanent quality of the person. It shouldn't be as if uh, a person just walked out of a restaurant and since the food was good, he is being kind for the rest of the evening. And sometimes, since he walked out of a restaurant and the food wasn't good, so he starts acting rude and selfishly for the rest of the day. A kind person is a person who acts kindly no matter the situation that he's in. Like I said, it should be a permanent quality. Why did I say that kindness should be a permanent quality and not a passing impulse? This is because what is the point of being kind on a simple whim if the person who gives the who offers help asks help back selfishly? What if a person that helped you on a passing impulse simply asks you back uh, a favor because he has helped you in the past? But a kind person, since it is his permanent, a kind person, a genuinely kind person, it's a permanent quality. He genuinely helps a person and he doesn't ask for favors in return, not selfishly. If he's forced and doesn't have a choice, maybe he would, and that also in a gentle way, but not in a selfish way, like, since I helped you in the past, you have to help me right now. Instead of, if a kind person is forced to ask for help, he doesn't feel bad even if he is rejected. Next is generosity. A free, open-handed character is always influential. A generous character is always influential. A person who always gives is recognized in society as a good person. Of course, if a person is being generous in a legal and genuine manner, he is always recognized as a good person. This is because giving is as important as a duty as getting, not taking, getting. At the end of the day, if it makes you feel better, if you give to society, society will give it to you back. Whatever you give, you get in return. So it's the characteristic of a sympathetic person to be generous. Next up is gentleness. Being gentle is akin to diversity. It is, you can say that gentleness is something that is achieved when a person overcomes his, you can say, animal passions. So what does this mean? It can mean being addicted, or it can mean acting selfishly. It can be looking at things only from one side. But a gentle person is something that listens and understands both sides, and a person who acts accordingly as per the situation and not only for selfish reasons. And lastly, we have insight. Insight is a gift of sympathy. A person with insight can understand by experience an argument. He can understand how another person feels. He understands what is the perspective of both sides, both or more sides. And a person with insight from experience can tell from an honest and genuine person and a liar. Like I said, sympathy is not a superficial feeling that you get on impulse just for no reason. Instead, it is a permanent quality that a person has. It is a quality that is appreciated by people all around you. That will be appreciated by people all around you and people all over the world. So this is the fifth pillar out of the eight, sympathy. Next up, we'll talk about the sixth pillar, sincerity. Thank you.